My name is Olivia. I live in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm 24 years old, and I'm a stepmom, and I also like stats. I first knew I wanted a child when I was about 12 years old. It's a weird story. Aaliyah, the singer, had died, and I was going through a whole bunch, and I just thought, dang, I really, really loved Aaliyah. I loved Aaliyah. I was obsessed with her. I listened to all her music, and when she died, it really hurt me, like if she was my mom or something. And so I think one day I woke up and I was like, I want a baby. I want someone I can love. I want something that no one can take from me. And I'm thinking this at 12 years old, but I've been through so much. I was suffering from depression. I was suffering from all types of stuff. And I just thought that if I could have somebody that truly loved me, then it would be all worth it. I'm adopted. I don't have any blood relatives or anything like that. My parents were about 30 and 40 years old when they adopted me, so I didn't have anyone my age. So, yeah. Now, I told people when I was that age, of course, that I wanted a baby. Of course, they thought I was crazy. Like, no, you're too young, blah, 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 or whatever. So, after the 2 to 3 friends that I did tell, I really didn't tell anybody like that. I thought that, okay, maybe this isn't something that I should tell people. So I kept it really to myself. I was raped and molested pretty much my whole life. It goes deeper into that about why I wanted to have a child. I had previously lost something of my own. So that's what it was. I never told my mom that I wanted to have a baby. Actually, my mom didn't find out until I told her I was pregnant in Orlando. So she didn't know anything. That was only 2 years ago. Yeah, I tried for many years to try to have a child. So it's not like, oh, I just woke up at like 22 years old, was like, okay, I think I want to have a baby. When I had got with my previous girlfriend, I let her know, she was a femme, I let her know that this is what I want a baby. She thought it was weird. She didn't too much approve of it, yet she had a child of her own. Now, this wasn't through insemination or anything. It was just through, sex. So I thought that was weird. Like, how can someone tell me that, oh, I think that's weird, when you have a child yourself and I'm raising him? But a lot of people didn't think it was right. I told my best friend and he thought it was weird. It's like, why would you want to have a baby? Oh, so you must not be gay. So I didn't really know how to explain that to them. Like, you don't have to be girly. You don't have to date just men to want to have a child. You just have to want to love someone unconditionally and to be able to afford and to give them that unconditional love. I was here. I was ready to give it. I wanted to die. I wanted to die. And I don't think anybody really knew that. I wanted to die unless I had this child. That was the only thing keeping me alive all these years, was wanting to have a baby. And I know that sounds sad, or some people are like, oh, she's exaggerating. No, I put that on everything. That's what kept me alive. And my ex had left me when we were trying to get pregnant. We were together for 3 years. She just up and took my son away and left me with all the clothes, all the stuff, and tacked into the apartment, just up and left, and went back to another state. So as I'm laying here on the floor, literally my heart was broken. I could not get off the floor, and that's not an exaggeration either. When I mean I could not breathe, like I could even, like, I wish I recorded the phone calls to my mom. Like, I could not breathe. She literally broke my heart. I wanted to die. When they say, like, you could die with a broken heart, I know what they mean. I was on the floor. Not because I want to, because that's the only way that I could breathe, was laying on the floor, closing my eyes, trying to, like, my heart kept beating, and it beat for months. I promise you, even after I found out I was pregnant, my heart kept beating for months. It hurt so bad. Anyway, so a month after she left, I contacted the donor to let them know, like, I really still want this or whatever. So if we could do the same date, the same time, that would be great or whatever. I was single. I didn't have anyone. I was going to die. I was ready to die. So I set the appointment. It was probably like, I think, in late January. My friend, my roommate, drove me over there or whatever. And I told him, alright, that's what you finna do. You finna find a video or something and you finna jack off anywhere away from me or whatever. And then as you feel like it's finna, you know, get to that point, then I will lay down and you will insert it in me, and you will not move or anything. You just stay there and pull out when you're done. That's how I know you're done. I laid there crying. My friend was there. I would not let her leave the room. She was there too. Okay, so we both got pregnant in a sense because she was right there. She was holding my hand. I was biting her. She says, "Okay, you could bite me, man." I was biting the mess out of her because it was horrible. It was horrible. I cried. I threw up in my mouth. I can't tell you. I think I threw up a little bit on the bed, but threw up in my mouth. I swallowed it. I was crying. I was like, I want to die. I can't believe this is happening. I just want to die or whatever. Didn't last nothing but like 30 seconds. Like I said, the way it happened, it's not like you're having sex, so it doesn't have to go that whole way. So it lasts about 30 seconds to a minute or whatever, because I want to make sure that it was in there. You know, the sperm was in there, because there's no way I could keep doing this. You know, I can't do this again. And so after that, got up, we walked outside. We were cool, because like I said, he was my friend. He was my friend. And it wasn't like, you know, I just met him or anything, but it was like, oh, okay, well, thanks. I think I gave him a cigarette or something. Got in the car, and we left. And she was like, how do you feel? She was like, I think it worked. I just stood there. I mean, I just sat there. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think. So, 2 weeks later, the day I decided to kill myself, I woke up and I had acne on my face. It's right here. And it was red little dots. And it hurt a little bit as you touch them. I was like, what the? I was like, something's not right. So I went and took a pregnancy test. And the line was like a little shade. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, no. So I walked about 2 miles to the store to go get digitals. So I came back from that to get the digitals. Then I took the test. And I recorded it with Facebook. I recorded it as it was taking the test. Now I'll find the video for you guys. And it said, boom, pregnant. I wasn't excited or anything. I just sat there, because I couldn't believe it. I just sat there. And the next day, I had the worst morning sickness. I could have waited a day. I think I spent about $60 on pregnancy tests, and I could have waited a day, and I would have known. But I had the worst morning sickness ever. But that was the day, February 22nd, 2012, is the day that my life really, truly began. And I didn't know that all this stuff in this next year was finna happen. I didn't know people were going to talk about me. I didn't know people were going to judge me or anything. But all I know is my pregnancy test said positive. I'm going to see if I can find it. Let me pause. I'll be right back. Alright, I found it. And the video is about to end. So I'm about to show y'all real quick. I still have it from 2 years ago. And that's what I saw. And that's what began my life. That line right there.